Hi guys, Nikki from Therapy Real Estate. I am here today because I got my wine delivered from NAKEDWINES.com. On the last video, I saw an offer for NAKEDWINES.com, and what they basically offer is they will send you a case of wine every month for around $110, I believe it is. But for the first sign up, I think I paid $50. You can check the video out to see, but it was a really low cost. And I got delivered to my door 6 bottles of what they say is premium quality wine. You are paying pretty much only for the wine, so you would pay a lot more had it to do with a name brand or fancy packaging or these such things, but they work with local wineries and vineyards, and they get you the best wine for the lowest prices. I'm excited to try. Now, I want to show you guys this. This did not come from Naked Wines. This is Pizzolato Merlot. This is the wine that my husband and I usually drink. This is our favorite wine. This is what we'll have pretty much every night after dinner or that wind down time. And I love it because it is a Merlot. It is rich, nice heavy red, and it's organic with no sulfites added. That is very important to me. Anything organic is very important to me. As I was looking through Naked Wines, I didn't really see anything that said organic specifically. So I don't know that I can indulge in them, regularly. But if they say the quality is great, it's a great deal. You have great wine for dinner parties. You have great wine for wine open houses. You have great wine for these other functions, gifts. So I still love the deal if the wine is as good as they say. One of my favorite things to do, and I'll probably do a video on that, is how to have a wine open house, a wine tasting open house. So much fun, and something like this would be perfect because you actually save a lot of money, again, depending on the quality that they promise. So I have my wines here. I'm going to put up a shot of the box, pretty much right here. And it came packaged very nice, again, in that carton, that kind of eggshell style carton where it can hold the bottles in place. There's no way it could have gotten damaged. It got here quickly from the time I ordered it, and the wine bottles are beautiful. So far I can't complain. It looks pretty much perfect. I have a confession to make. My husband and I actually drank this red, Highlands Red. The first night it came, we were really excited about it. I cheated a little bit and unboxed before you guys. This is Brothers Miller Highlands Red Paso Robles 2017. I don't usually like a red blend, to be honest with you, because I feel like the pure reds, they have a more distinct taste. They're a little bit sharper, which I like. But they have something that's also a more bold fruitiness, as opposed to me, the blends just kind of, they do meld, in my opinion, to the point where it's like, okay, so that's really just, glorified juice. That's just me. A lot of people like blends. This one, it wasn't bad. I thought it was a little light, to be honest with you. Again, my problem with blends in the first place, it didn't have the boldness that I like, but it did taste not cheap, I think is the way I'll put it. It did taste like a quality wine. So if you were just having a dinner and you did not know, what your invitees wanted, you just knew they wanted a white and a red, you might go safe with something lighter, something slightly sweeter, and a red would be a good choice. I would say that the Brothers Miller was pretty good. So I did not dislike that one. Kind of want to show you the cork, because I just think it's cute. I don't know if the cork is going to look like this on all of them. I imagine they will. I'm going to collect them. How cute is that? Naked Wines cork. I think that's so cute. So that was really cute branding, just to throw that in there. Not that I am getting any money or they're not paying me or anything. This is just my review for you guys in its authenticity. But let's move on. So I also got, I thought I was going to get 3 reds and 3 whites. I am a red gal. I prefer red. So I'm not mad at them. They sent me 4 reds. I say 4 reds because I have, which I'm really excited to taste, a Toscana, which, you know, I don't see them too much in the stores. From Italy, from Tuscany, if it's a real Toscana, which obviously I think would be. And it's the Blasi Gold. So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, does that mean it's like a gold Toscana? But when we open it, we'll see. I think it's a Toscana. When I have had it and I do like it, it really is very similar to a Merlot. Nice heavy body, nice strong sharp taste, goes down smoothly, fills your senses with fruit. I love it. So I'm actually pretty excited to taste this one. Then they gave me a Jacqueline Pinot Noir. Jacqueline Behoud, I think. I don't know how to say that. But if it's Jacqueline Behoud, it's a Pinot Noir, and it's from Santa Rita Hills. It's a local, it's a Pinot, and we will obviously get to the quality of that one as well. I prefer wines, again, not local. I am big on local. I'm big on organic, support your local people, support your local farmers. You know, these are ideals of mine. However, with wine, I find that wine that comes from Europe, I'm sorry, is superior. Now just being like, you know, a little bit selfish and greedy for my own taste. I personally love wine that comes from Europe, whether it's France or Italy, those are the wines I prefer. Even Germany, but sorry guys, that's just me to say that I might not enjoy that one as much, but it's only because my palate has adapted to the richer taste of a European wine. You might love it. We'll see how it tastes. Okay, the next one that's kind of after my heart, a Cabernet Sauvignon. So Jean-Pascal Lacaze. I have never heard of any of these, and I guess it's because, yeah, they produce for Naked Wines. That's kind of like, yeah, duh, that's what they said. I think that's what they said. I'm going to double check, but I'm believing that maybe it's just a Naked Wine thing, and that's why I haven't heard of it. It's not a wine that you're going to... So I'm not going to get Pisolato delivered in this, you know, ever during their deliveries, probably. That's what I'm thinking now. But, you know, if they've branded this style of wine and it's really a great quality, like they said, I am not mad at them. It'll be actually fun when you're having a wine party or you're having a wine tasting open house and people see these unfamiliar brands and they're able to fall in love and open their palate and taste something different. You're kind of offering them more. So I like this. I like this idea. So Jean-Pascal Lacaze, or Lacaze, a Cabernet Sauvignon from Chile. I want to taste that. I'm a red lover, and when I don't have Merlot, Cab is where I go. So, yeah. Okay, so then we have a Rick Boyer Chardonnay, Central Coast. So it's a traditional Chardonnay. I should have actually read the information they put on the back because it's not traditional information. It gives a small story and history. I like that too. I don't know that all wine does that. I've never noticed. But I will read a little story when we go to the tasting portion of this. But it's a traditional Chardonnay. And it says it gets some help from the Pacific Ocean. Not a big white person. Sometimes I like white. When red is feeling a little too heavy, you just want something a little bit lighter. Once in a while, we'll do white. I say we do white 3 times a year, if that. But Chardonnay is a good wine. I do enjoy it usually. We will see what that one has to offer. And finally, I have Rod East Hope Reserve Sauvignon Blanc. Okay. Hawke's Bay, New Zealand. So this one I'm going to be excited to taste. It's a really pretty bottle. Oh, that makes me want to have a wine tasting just to have this bottle. I think it's so sleek and minimal, and I'm just enjoying this. If I like this, I can afford probably, New Zealand has some pretty good standards. I can probably afford to keep a bottle to the side for me for the 3 times a year we do have a white. So those are the 6. I'm going to go over them again. We have a Wild East Hope Sauvignon Blanc. We have a Vic Boyer Chardonnay. We have a Stefano de Blasi Gold Toscana. A Jean Pascal Lacaze, it looks like. Grand Reserve Cab Sauvignon. We have the Brothers Miller Highlands Red. And we have the Jacqueline Bao, it looks like. And that's a Pinot Noir. So those are the wines that we got in the box. Again, I am not mad at the way they did the whole thing. The wine was super duper inexpensive for the first shipment, and to be honest with you, it's really cheap anyway if you go on their subscription, because it's 6 bottles of wine for $110. Like, that's not bad. You really can't argue that. Again, I will likely keep the subscription, especially if you can go every 2 months, every 3 months, or something like that, because I see I will be using this for a lot of functions. Now for the fun part, tasting. Okay, so we're gonna start with the Jacqueline Behau, and that one is a Pinot Noir. And this is it. It is even. It's a really nice rich color. There are tears, so you know that's a good indication of a good wine. And let's taste it now. It smells really nice, actually. A little cedary it smells like to me, but let's give it a taste. So that's actually pretty good, and this one is from Santa Rita Hills. So to be local, and I've already shared my idea of local and not local, this I would actually buy for the taste, for the taste factor. It's a really good Pinot, and I have to say that I am impressed with it. The next one we're going with, and again, I told you about the Highlands Red. My husband and I cheated. We drank that one a couple of nights ago while we were hanging out. We were pretty excited, and to be honest with you, I wouldn't really recommend it because I don't really love blends anyway. But if you're a person that likes blends, then you may enjoy it. It did not taste, I guess the word for it is it didn't taste cheap. That's the only description I can give about that one. But let's go on to the others. Okay, and the next wine is the Jean Pascal Lacaze, anyway, it's a cab. Cabernet Sauvignon, and this one's from Chile, so I was excited about tasting this one, remember? So this is it. So this one ran down with a lot of legs, but I do see some sedimentation, and to be honest, it's a smidgen cloudy, but let's taste that. Wow, that is good. That is really good. So first I was like, uh-oh, is that fermentation problems or is it sedimentation? It's sedimentation, obviously, because the taste is real quality. This tastes great. So this one's from Chile. It's bold, it's flavorful. Again, this is something that I would easily substitute my regular for. I will have to look up the winemaking standards in Chile. I'm very funny about what I take into my body to see if they use a lot of pesticides and herbicides to be able to have this regularly. But if they pass my, my spot for good for the body intake, then I might get this because this is really delicious. On to the next after I take another sip. Okay, the next one we're gonna do the Toscana. I'm excited about so the next one we're gonna do is a Toscana, and I'm excited about that Toscana, because if it's a real Toscana, it's from Tuscany, and it doesn't say like Super Toscana or something that lets you know, no, that's not an approved Toscana. It seems like it's a real one, so I'm pretty excited to taste it. Let's see how this one goes. Okay, here is a Toscana. I actually didn't pour enough, I don't think, to really assess it.
I don't think you did.
1 second. And the reason I'm doing that is because it really should be like a third full for you to get a true idea of the quality. For you to see the depth, for you to see the thin color when you tilt it to the side, for you to see the legs when you swirl it. It should be a little higher, so I don't think it was high enough. So I'm not being a wine glutton right now. That's a true story. So it is a beautiful looking quality. I have to give it to them. There are a lot of legs. There is no sedimentation. It's clear, no thinning. It looks really good. The smell is really light. I feel like if I smell this, just not with the mind, oh, I want to taste the Toscana. It's been years. I don't remember what it tastes like, really. I feel like I would pass it by just smelling it because it's so light that it gives me the idea that, oh, that's not a quality wine. But, you know, I'm not a wine tasting professional. I just love, you know, the wine. I do want high quality when I have it. So we're going to give it a taste. So, it is light. It's nice. If someone doesn't want something that is too bold and too rich, like I love it. I love bold and rich and sharp. If they like something a little bit lighter, but they still want like a kind of a dry taste, nothing sweet and syrupy, this will be their guy. This is pretty good, but for my taste, I would not. And again, I don't know if it's theirs or the Toscana. It's been so many years. First time I was ever introduced to like wine tasting in Washington, there was a Toscana, and I remember kind of liking it, but I can't compare it now. Way too many years in between. Haven't seen it since. But if I want to, for some reason, say, hey, look, I have a Toscana to offer, I wouldn't hate this wine. I wouldn't say, well, that's not a good wine. That's embarrassing. I wouldn't, you know, give that to other people. So it's okay. It's not my favorite. And I'm kind of mad. I thought it would be my favorite. Come on, it's from Tuscany. It's a Toscana.
Oh, Toscana.
I'm going to actually, you know what I'm going to do, guys? And I don't know if I'll update it. It's probably pretty silly to even update it. But, or maybe I'll update it in the notes or something, a comment. I'm going to go out and buy another Toscana and just kind of compare them. Because I can't give you too much information on that other than to say it's light. It's a lighter body, but it's still, you know, kind of dry. And it tastes kind of good, but I wish it were richer. So that's my take on that one. Strangely enough, I think, if I'm not wrong, it's not a Merlot. So, you know, it may not really hold that much weight. But I do believe that my Merlot, or, you know, Merlots usually come from Tuscany as well. A good Italian Merlot. So, I don't know. I'm not here to teach you how to be a wine taster. I am just telling you how good or bad Naked Wines is. So we're going to move on, and we are going to finish up with our two whites. It's the Chardonnay and the Sauvignon Blanc. So let's start with that Chardonnay, and that one is from, what is that from? The Central Coast. So this is it. It is a very nice pale color. There's like a tiny bit of sediment, but it, you know, I'm not gonna say the sediment necessarily. Just a tiny bit. There's no cloudiness. It's nice and clear. Let's give it a taste. And it tastes, it's a good Chardonnay. It is. It's actually really good. It's a little less sweet than I would have expected from a Chardonnay, so that makes it like almost perfect in my eye. And for a white, this is not bad at all. It doesn't have, I don't know how to explain that taste. A Chardonnay tends to have something that I describe as a slight cheesy taste, aftertaste, if that makes sense to you. Maybe it doesn't make any sense to you at all, but I don't detect that here. So I'm not a big whites person anyway. I don't know if it's just the wines I've been buying, but this actually tastes really good, and I would not be at all embarrassed to serve this. So I like this one as well. This is Chardonnay. Waiting again for my husband to open the wine. He's not being a good wine opener today. He's making us wait.
Oh, wait a minute.
For wine. So now The final wine. Sorry about the baby. That's my beans on camera.
I'm about to screw through the cap.
So the final wine is the Rob East Hope from New Zealand. Super excited. It's a Sauvignon Blanc. It does not have a cork. This one is a screw top. Thank you. Oh, that is nice and clear. Okay. And this is it. It is beautifully clear. It's beautifully clear. I don't see any sediment whatsoever, anything like that. It has a nice run of legs. Oh, that smells good. You know, so when we do white, the very few times a year we do white, it's a German wine, and for some reason I cannot for the life of me think of the name. After the video, I'll just like probably, you know, put on a pop-up what the name is, because it's really good. And but I'm still struggling to think of the name. You know, that's how the brain does. Svettliner, and it's really good. And I think it tastes like a super sharp Sauvignon Blanc. That's my description of it. It's really good. If you haven't tried it, you should. This smells like it, so I'm pretty excited to taste it. That's good. This is from New Zealand, right?
New Zealand.
I'm a little surprised because some people have their quirky judgments. One of my quirky judgments is if it didn't come with a cork, it's probably not good wine. And then the wine that I absolutely love, the Merlot, the Pistolato, doesn't come with a cork, and it's a terrific wine. But my little judgment fall in there for a second. They're like, hey, wait a minute, the cork, how's that gonna taste? And it tastes great. It's crisp, clean. So again, for a white wine, which I'm not, you know, my favorite is red, that's really good. It tastes great. It didn't have a cork, and I was being a little bit, you know, prejudicial there because it didn't have a cork. And it's delicious. So that is the New Zealand wine. All in all, NAKEDWINES.com to me feels like a hit. It does. I hope that they intend to get some organic wines in there. If they do that, they have a customer for life. Some really good organic wines where I don't have to go to the store and see if my wine is off the shelf, because I really can only find it at Whole Foods around here. And it's like always off the shelves. It's so annoying. And I don't even know what else to say other than I think you should try it. If you like wine, it's the way to go. If you host a lot of parties, I believe it's the way to go. I'm going to leave you guys a coupon or coupon code or something. I'm sure they have something where you can try it and get that same fabulous introductory price, which is right around $50. I think it was $49 exactly. It came fast. It's delicious. You can try it out for yourself. Let me know what you think in the comments about the review and about the wine. I would love it if you click the coupon code. If you are going to try it, click the coupon code, try it, then leave a review. Tell me if you got a different bottle of wine, 6 different bottles. Tell me if your assessment of the wines are the same as my assessment of the wines. Let's clack heads here and see if, you know, we're coming to the same thing or if it's just more individualized taste. Okay, thank you guys for listening. Please like and subscribe so that I can bring you more content and it goes up the algorithm, people see it, and I can just give you more and more of what I am going to try my best to bring you as quality content. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Mwah. Bye.